So this is the look that I created. I have the darker shade on the outer and inner corner instead of just the outer corner, and I added a bright gold shade on the middle of my lid, and I did the same thing for my bottom lash line. And if you want to know how I got this look, please just continue watching and I'll show you step by step. Thanks. My foundation, my brows filled. We're just going to go straight onto eyes, and I'm going to start priming them with this Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I'm just going to take a piece of eyes and put it on the back of my hand. I'm going to evenly spread it onto my lids with my ring fingers. And I'm going to be using this Stardust palette by Too Faced. And I'm just going to start by applying this chandelier shade right here all over my lid. And this is just a base. And once that is applied, we're going to go in with this shade right here called Millennial. Oops. So this shade right here. And we're going to add that to the crease. And I'm just using my Quo crease brush for this. And then we're just going to blend it out with a crease shader brush by Quo. And this is just a transition color. And for this look, we're going to focus the dark color on the outer corner and on the inner corner of the eye. And then we're going to add a bright shade in the middle, kind of like a sandwich effect. And I'm just going to go in with this color right here called Sin City. And I'm going to add that black color to the inner and outer corner of my eyes. And it doesn't have to be perfect right now. We're going to be blending and adding more color. So just pack on that color. Packing it on creates less fallout. And I'm going to go back in with this color right here called Girls Night Out, or just Girls Night. And I'm going to add it onto the black shade, just so it doesn't look as intense. And we're just going to go in with our MAC brush 224, and we're going to blend out those colors. And we're going to go back in with that Sin City color, the black shade, and add some more. And we're going to drag it a little bit into the crease. And not entirely, because we want that space blank right here, because we are going to be adding a gold shimmer shade. And just going back into that crease color, and we're going to blend things out. The black is all blended out. You want to take a flat brush like so to pack on the gold shade, and we're just going to dampen the brush just because it makes it easier for the color to pack on, and there's less fallout when using a shimmer shade. So we are going to take this shade right here, Golden Nugget, and add it into the center of the lid. And you want to add to the center and kind of work your way outwards, just packing it on. And you want the center to be the brightest. And we're going to go into that Girls Night shade, add it to the crease shading brush, and just go above and blend it out. And I'm just going back in with that Sin City shade, the black, and adding some more. And blending. And you want to add the color, you want to keep unpacking it on over top of each other because you don't want that fallout, and you want to keep the shade intense. And once the eyeshadow is all blended out, I'm just going to go in this shade called Pink Pearl right here, and I'm going to be using my base shadow brush to add it to my brow bone. It just kind of brings the look all together. And once it's all done, I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Glamour Dust, and I'm going to be adding it to the center of our lids where we added the gold shade. And it just kind of intensifies the gold that we added to the lid. And you want to tap off the excess and add it onto the middle. And I'm just going to start off with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Medium Custard. And I'm just going to add that underneath my eye and sharpen up the eyeshadow. And I'm just going to blend it out with my Beauty Blender. Once that is all blended out, I'm going to go in my Sephora Bright Set Loose Finishing Powder right here in the banana shade, which is just yellow, and I'm going to take that powder and put it under my eye and bake. And I'm just going to let that sit, and I'm going to go in with my MAC Studio Fix powder and add that all over my face, just to set the foundation. And I'm going to start contouring, and I'm going to be using my MAC 168 angled brush, and I'm going to go in with my Shade and Light contour palette right here, and I'm going to be using the shade Subconscious right here. And don't forget, second the cheeks and go where the hollows of your cheeks are. Down my nose, temples of my head, forehead, and I'm just going to go in with my Real Technique buffing brush and blend it all out. And I'm going to take my MAC 188 brush and dust away the powder from underneath my eyes. And just to sharpen up the contour, I'm going to go back in that loose powder and add it on my jawline. And for a highlight, I'm going to be using MAC Global Glow Mineralized Skin Finish, which just looks like that. And I'm going to be using my fan brush by Quo and adding that to the cheekbones. And once we are done with highlight, we're going to dust away the loose powder along the jawline. And just going back to the eyes, I'm going to use the same color, so I'm going to use that black shade and add it to my lash line. And I'm going to avoid the middle of my eyelash line, just like we did with the eyelid. Once the black is added to the lash line, I'm just going to go in with that shade Golden Nugget and add it to the center of my lash line, just like we did with the eyelids. And we're going to go into lashes. And I'm just going to be using my Revlon glue. And the biggest trick to applying lashes is letting the lash glue dry and get tacky. You want it to be tacky enough so it will stick and not slide around, so make sure it's tacky just like your ex. And you want to squeeze the lashes with your tweezers. Be careful not to pinch yourself. And squeeze your lashes and the false lashes together. That way they won't move and they'll stay on. And now I'm just going to curl the false lashes with my lashes just because they look a little straight. And the lashes that I'm using are MAC lashes in A45. And for the lips, I'm going to be mixing two lipsticks. One is a Revlon and then the other is an Essence lip. So the first color is, doesn't have a color, it's just number 40 in the Revlon shade. And I'm just adding this really pale color to the middle of my lips. I'm gonna be doing like the ombre lip. And then in the Essence color, it's called Nude Love. And after that is done, I think I want to make this a matte lip. So I'm just gonna take my Vichy translucent powder and I'm going to add the loose powder to my lips just to make the shade matte. And you can mattify any lip color with this little trick. And to finish off the look, we're going to be using this Urban Decay setting spray, oil control, and I'm just going to spritz it on my face. When guys want to bring you swimming on the first date, but you got that Urban Decay setting spray. And this is the finished look. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye.